Welcome to Learning in My Truck. What we're working on today is we are talking about how can you find any major chord. And it's important that you find any major chord, or I should say, what we're doing today is we're going to find out how to make any major scale. Because if you know how to make scales, then you know how to make chords. Okay? So if we're saying you know the C scale, and you're like, how do I play a C chord? And I'll say, just play the first, the third major, and the fifth. Or if you're looking to play a minor, say, we'll just play the first and the third minor and the fifth. Okay. Or you want to make an inversion of an F chord. Well, I'll just say, play the low fifth, the first and the third, right? So that's how we're going to get on to making chords. So the first thing we need to know is this thing up here where it says root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And that's the key, and we can make any chord that way. So the first one we want to make is going to be a C chord. Okay. So to make a C chord, all we're going to do is start on our root. That's a C. And then it says from there, go a whole step. So a half step is going to be the one right next to it. And then two halves make a whole. So here's the root, half, half, that makes a whole. Two away. Okay. So now we went root, whole, now we need another whole. So we went root, whole, a half, a second whole. All right. So we went root, whole, whole. We've got this. We went root, whole, whole, now a half. Half is right here. That's pretty easy. We went root, whole, whole, half. Root, whole, whole, half. Whole. So we have to go half and one more is a whole. We've got this. Root, whole, whole, half, whole. Now we got to go up another whole. So we go here, half and whole. Root, whole, half, whole. Two left. We got to do a whole and a half. So from here, we're going to go up 1, 2. That's a whole. And from there, we got to go up a half. That's right there. Sounds like this. Root, whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half. Hey, there's your C scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's your C scale. Now, we might get into some sharps and we will get into some sharps and flats if we want to make a different scale. So let's go right to the F. Then after the F, we're going to do the G. And then we're going to do the A, the D, E, and the D. And then next time, we're going to do the B and the sharps, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and some flats, E sharp, A sharp, or A flat, E flat, D flat, B flat. Okay? So let's go F. We know that our root is F. That's our root right here. We got to go up a whole, so let's boom. All right, let's do that. So F, up a whole. Then it says go up another hole. So we went another hole. All right. And then a half. Root, whole, whole, half. So what's a half past an A? A half is B flat. Yep, right up there. This might be a little tricky one. It says root, did it, half, whole, did it, whole, did it, half, did it. Now a whole. What's a whole past B flat? We have to go here. 1, 2. A whole past B flat is C. We've gone root, whole, whole, half, whole. Another whole. 1, 2. That's a D. We've got this. got a whole left and a half left. Let's go here, whole, 1, 2, that's the E. And then the last one is a half. A half past E is F. This is what it sounds like. Cool. You just did a C chord and an F chord. The next one we're going to do is G chord. The root of the G chord is the G. Yep. Then we have to go whole, whole, half. Whole, 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 half. I'm going to start down here. That's our root. C, D, E, F, G. That's a G. All right, so we have to go whole, 1, 2, and then whole, 1, 2, then half, 1, then whole, 1, 2, then whole, 1, 2, tricky, whole, 1, 2, then a half. Let's see if this sounds like a G chord. It does. That sounds like a G chord. Yeah. 3 more chords. The first one we do is D, then we'll do E, and then we'll do A. And then we'll call it good for today. All right, so D chord looks like that, or a D scale, I should say. Sorry about that. D scale looks like this. Start in D. Then we got to go whole, whole, 1, 2, okay. Now a half, and now 3 wholes. First whole, second whole, third whole, and a half. Let's see if that sounds like a scale. Let me get this open for you so you can see what we're doing here. Isn't that cool? Two more. We have an A scale and an E scale. A. Let's take this down to A. How do I know that's A? C, D, E, F, G, A. All right. So then past that A, we need a whole. So we go 1, 2, that's a whole. And then we need another whole, 1, 2. And then a half. And then a 1, 2 whole. 3 wholes. 1, 2, that's a whole. 1, 2, another whole. And a half. Root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Let's go. Cool. So we did C major, we did F major scale, we did G major scale, we did A major scale, we did D major scale. Let's do E major scale. The root of E major scale is, you guessed it, E. So we'll leave that one right there. We'll start in E. A whole, 1, 2. Another whole, 1, 2. Then a half, right there. And then a whole, 1, 2. And then a whole, 1, 2. Then a whole, 1, 2. And then a half, And if you do the majors correct, you'll notice that they finish an octave apart. All right, let's see how this sounds. Cool. You made a C major, you made an F major, a G major, you made an E major, an A major, and a D major. That's all. Hope this works out, and I will smell you later.